YouTube, what's good? What's good? Today is July the 5th, and I want to start something new. So I'm going to wait around and see who's going to come on into the live section. I'm going to wait around. Thank y'all for joining the live. I really do appreciate all the love. So I'm going to wait to see how many people that's going to come in before I get started. The topic is he ran up 50,000 in his son's name without any remorse. That's the topic. As y'all come in, do your girl a favor and give this video a thumbs up and let me know where you're at in the chat so I can shout you out in the chat before I get started. Y'all let me know where y'all are at. Hit the thumbs up for me. As y'all come into the live, let me know where y'all are at. What part of the world are y'all at right now on July the 5th? Did y'all get an extra day off from the 4th holiday? Y'all let me know what's up. Y'all's quiet up in here. Y'all too quiet. Let me know what's up before I get started. What's up, Alabama? What's up? Lord, what temperature is there, honey? We pushing 100 here in South Carolina. What is the temperature in Alabama? Let me know. Come on, Miss Amber. Let me know what the temperature is down there in Alabama. Down there in the As y'all come in, do me a favor. Let me know where y'all are at in the chat. Hit the thumbs up for me. Let me push this video out a little bit more before I get to talking about what we're talking about. 95. Okay. So same. We around in the 90s right now too in South Carolina. All right. Let's see. Miss Collins, happy Friday from Dallas, Texas. So Dallas, I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Alabama. What's the temperature where you at? Let me know in the chat what the temperature is down in Dallas. Miss Amber gave me 95. Like I said, that's what we doing too right about now. We running around in the 90s. Our holiday supposed to be 98 here in South Carolina. When y'all come in, let me know where y'all are from before I get into today's video. I'm trying to give enough time for some more people to come in. Y'all hit the chat. She said 84. It was 100 yesterday. Woo! Woo, Lord. Was y'all out there trying to do some grilling on the 4th in 100-degree weather? Absolutely not. I tap out around 75. I can't do it. All right, guys, let's come on in. As y'all come in, hit the thumbs up. Let me know where y'all are at so I can shout you out. He said, no, indeed. I know that's right. I'll tell you. It's too hot. It's too hot. All right, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. Y'all saw my thumbnail. And my title is he ran up 50,000 in his son's name without any remorse. So I want to get y'all opinion on this. This is a post that I found on Reddit. And when I seen it, oh my God, I had to take the screenshots and I had to come and holler at my people over here at Starr Carter Personal Finance, aka Starr Knows Credit. So I had to come over here and holler at my people. So as y'all coming in on this live, guys, make sure y'all hit the like button and let me know where y'all are from in the chat. And I'm gonna pull y'all up right now. Let me go ahead and pull up this post on the screen real quick. To get rid of myself altogether. Okay. So this is the post, guys, that I found on Reddit. So it says, Dad stole my identity and opened 3 credit cards in my name. He told me since I'm young, I can do without for a few years. I'm trying to buy a house and I'm freaking out. So here's the whole story. He said, I found my dad used my information to open 3 credit cards over the last year. When I went to get a pre-approval for a mortgage, I was told by the lender they wouldn't be able to give me a home loan because of the defaulted credit cards. They also said I probably wouldn't be able to get a loan from any lender because of it and gave me a sheet of paper explaining what I need to do in order to fix it. When I tried disputing the cards, one of which is already in collections, their disputes got closed out as the debts were verified. I told my divorced parents about it, and their answers was pretty wildly different. My dad said that these things happen and that I should be more careful in the future with my social security number. Seeing as I've always been careful, that made me pretty mad. My mom said she thinks my dad might have something to do with it since him opening credit cards in her name had a part to play in their divorce. She told me he ran up about $50,000 in credit card debt on secret credit cards. A few days ago, I ended up casually telling my dad I'm going to have to file a police report for the credit cards. He told me I probably shouldn't do that because $15,000 isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. When I told him it wasn't, when I told him it was keeping me from buying a house, he said I could just wait a few years until they fall off my credit report. He said it would only take another 4.5 years. When I told him I obviously couldn't wait that long, so I have to file the police report, he straight up told me not to do it and to just be more careful in the future. Once I told him I already got the paperwork together from the credit agencies, he told me he had opened the cards to pay for living expenses over the last year. He said his work slowed down a little bit, but he'll do what he could do to help pay it off. He said it would ruin his life if he went to jail. I'm leaning towards going to the police anyway, but I didn't right that minute. I have everything in front of me today to go make the report. I guess I just want to make sure turning it over to the police is the right thing to do here, especially if I'm wanting to buy a house this year. So, guys, I want y'all to weigh in on this Reddit post. Okay, I want y'all to weigh in on this Reddit post and tell me, what do you think this young man should do? He's found out that his dad, his father, is the reason why he has 3 bad credit cards on his credit report, and he is now wanting to buy a home. Y'all let me know in the chat, what do you think this young man should do? Should he file the police report in order to get these debts cleared from his credit? Or should he just allow his dad to pay these credit cards off? What do y'all think? Let me know in the chat. Should he allow his dad to pay these bills off, or should he file a police report because he is trying to buy a home this year? His dad is telling him to wait it out 4.5 years. His dad said, hey, you can wait this out. You can wait it out 4.5 years. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Ty Mestro, I hope I'm saying it right. He said, sadly, my mother did something similar, and I didn't find out until it was time for me to look into going to an actual university after junior college and knowing that I would need loans. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. And unfortunately, it happens. It happens, golly. That's the unfortunate thing. It's like, I don't know, it's like the parents don't think that you would ever need things that might involve your credit, or they thinking that, oh, I'm gonna pay it back, or I'm gonna have time to do it before they actually try to use their credit or something like that. I don't know what the thinking is, because I froze my son credit so that it wouldn't happen to him. Like, of course, I wouldn't do it, but I don't trust his dad. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it 100 on this live. I don't trust his dad to not still know his number, so I froze his credit so nothing like that could happen. So nobody could put anything in his name, even as a child. Y'all can freeze your kids' credit report. Okay, you can freeze their credit report even as a minor. Okay, let's see what the next one says. He says, J Glory Rich says, file the police report and have him locked up. That's what I think. Tammy says, what's their relationship? It is father-son. It's father-son. The dad ran up credit card debt in his son's name, and he is trying to buy a home. He was going to try to get a pre-approval, and that's when he found out that his dad had ran up debt. Well, he didn't even know it was his dad. His mom said that the reason why they got divorced is because the dad had secret credit cards. $50,000 worth of debt that she didn't know about because he had secret credit cards. So that was the reason why they got a divorce. And not only did he do it to her, he did it to their son as well. All right. So Miss Amber said, file the police report. The dad didn't have regard for the son's future when he essentially committed fraud. Absolutely. I agree 100%. I do. I agree 100%. Like for me, when you're gonna say, what the dad said, my dad said that these things happen and said that I should be more careful in the future with my social security number. Dad, you knew his social security number before he knew his social security number. So what are you saying? What are you saying? Talking about you need to be more careful with your social security number. It wasn't no random person that stole my identity. It was you, Dad. You did it. It's like I said, it's gaslighting for me. He tried to make like somebody stole his identity out here in the streets that he don't know nothing about. It was you. You knew my social security number before I knew my social security number. You're my father, okay? And if I can't trust you, who can I trust? Oh my goodness. So I said so this is a continuation. He said she tried to get shame me and basically blame it on her, and my father chose to live in an area they knew they couldn't afford, but said that at least I got to go to a nice school. It's the gaslighting for me. It's the gaslighting for me. I don't understand when you're a cold busted as a parent, how you can justify doing it. I mean, I just don't understand it. Somebody make it make sense to me. Guilt, yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody make it make sense to me. Somebody please make it make sense because I can imagine my son about to go and try to get a pre-approval on a home and find out that he has credit card collections. That means that these things take 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days before they was charged off, before they even went to collection. So we talking about 6 months of him daddy didn't even try to do anything. And probably still wouldn't have tried to do anything if his son hadn't been actively trying to get a mortgage and had found this out. And this dude gonna literally say that you need to be more careful. And these things happen. That's my problem. That's my problem. Adina says horrible that the dad was gaslighting the son. Exactly. He ain't like his son in the street. It's you. It's you. Dude, it's you. It's not some random person that, oh, I just was being reckless with my social security number, like laying stuff around, having people over my apartment or something, just being reckless with my financial stuff. It's you. It's you. You supposed to be my dad. You supposed to be the example. You supposed to be the example. You supposed to want me to win. If I'm a young man and I'm trying to buy a home and I can't do it because of your financial mistakes, you getting credit cards to live off of. That's what he said. He said that his work slowed down a little bit. And so he wound up getting the cards to cover his living expenses over the last year. And that if he was to go to jail, it would ruin him. But you're not worried about your son being ruined. You're not worried about him not being able to get a home. We ain't worried about that. He said you can wait them 4.5 years out. You can wait that out. The mortgage people already told him you're not gonna be able to get a home loan with us. You're not gonna probably be able to get a home loan with nobody else until you get this thing worked out. Because you got these credit cards on here. Who gonna give you a home loan? Who gonna give you a car loan? Who gonna give you anything that you may need as a young adult? As the guy right here, Mr. Ty said that his mother got loans got stuff in his name, and he needed to get loans for university. Do these parents not think that these kids are gonna grow up? Y'all out the chat. Do he not think these kids gonna grow up? And so we just do willy nilly in their name. I know back in the day, I'm 46. I know back in the day, they used to, parents used to get utilities in their kids' name, stuff like that. And it wasn't right to do that either, because we're not saying, okay, if I don't pay my bills, and I can just get bills in my kids' name. I'm not responsible enough to pay my bill, or at least set up a payment plan with the bill in my name. But no, instead of me paying the bill, I'm just gonna get a new bill in their name. And if you get it in their name, and you still not paying it, so you ruin your credit, ruined, and now you're gonna ruin your son's credit. That's where we at. Dad must pay for what he planted. Absolutely, absolutely, because it's not fair. It's not fair. This baby is a true victim of identity theft from his father. And I would treat him the same way I would treat a stranger. I would, because he got to learn. You're not going to sit there and gaslight me and tell me that I need to be more careful. These things happen. I need to be more careful about my social security number. Well, guess what, Dad? You need to be more careful and stop being the daggone scammer and a fraud to your own child. That's what you need to do. And I'm going to help you out, because I'm going to make sure you have a record showing that you are a fraudster, that you will steal somebody's identity. Okay? I don't know what kind of work he do, that he said that his work slowed up, that he had to get those credit cards. But guess what? I hope whatever it is, you're able to do it, because you're going to jail. And if you don't go to jail, it's going to be on your permanent record as fraud. It's fraud. That's it. Jay Gloria said he's a sorry excuse for a father. Absolutely he is. Yes. Very sorry excuse. Let's see what Ty said. Ty said, and it was frivolous thing like JC Penney and Sears card. Tell me no. Please tell me no. Please tell me your mom didn't do it off some JC Penney and Sears card. Store cards. You can't. Please tell me no. Please, 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 please tell me no. Oh my God. Not off some. Look, a fan of people using credit to live off of, but I understand people would use money to bridge gap. But what you gonna do with JCPenney and Sears? Come on now. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out in the chat. Y'all make it make sense. Y'all make it make sense. I need some help. I need some help. What did Dennis say? Why not just ask the son if he could be an authorized user? Now dad is catching a whole case, shaking my head. Because he wasn't thinking that his son was going to even find out. He probably was thinking that his son wasn't nowhere near at the point where his son was probably going to be, trying to buy no house. And then he thinking because his son is young and talking about, oh, you could do without it for a while. You still young and all that stuff. That he probably thought that it'd be done fell off his credit before he even had the chance to even realize what his dad did. That's my thinking, just because he said you can wait out 4.5 years. So you already doing the math for how long this thing gonna stay on his credit. You trying to do the math, Miss Zanita, I hope I'm saying it right. Police report. He had a chance to clear it up before the son found out. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. If you, I'm not condoning this at all. I think it's terrible. You shouldn't put anything in your kid's name. If you ruin your accounts, either with the power bill, the phone bill, or whoever, I know, like I said, I know they used to do that crap back in the day. Like I said, I'm 46. I know they used to do the crap back in the day, but I didn't think they were still doing that crap now. Putting stuff in your children's name, getting credit cards. And I'm like, dude, if you're gonna do it, at least you talking about the work was slow. You got these cards to bridge your income gap, and you telling me you didn't even pay the bills. So it wasn't about your income was slow or work was slow. You didn't have no money, or you just didn't give 2 rats. Y'all can fill in the blank, because I don't want to curse on this live today, but it's getting me heated, because I don't like that. It's just like I said, it's the gaslighting for me with the be more careful. I mean, just like don't have no kind of remorse for what he did. That's the thing, you know. And please don't file a report because if he go to jail, this can ruin his life. But you ain't worried about ruining your son's life. You're not worried about the prospects and the opportunities that he could lose, the things that he want to do as a young man. You ain't worried about that. So I would file the police report. He said in the post that he's leaning towards going to the police anyway, but he didn't want to do it that minute. Oh, once he started talking crazy to me with no remorse, telling me to be careful and all that, I would tell him, okay, you be careful, bro. And I'll see you at the police station or at the court or whatever. You know, I will file that police report and then I will go to idenititheft.gov and fill out all the information that I need to do as a victim of identity theft. Okay? That's what I would be doing. I would be filling out everything that I need to do as an identity theft victim. That's what I would be doing. I would not be playing with him. So my family was basically saying the same thing. Advise me not to file a report and trying to Jesus shame me. Say, I can't. See, spiritual abuse to me is one of the worst abuse. I mean, it's right there along with all the others, physical, mental, all those different things. But when you try to use somebody's spirituality against them for the wrong you done, you can go kick rocks. You really can. You can go kick rocks, but that I ain't trying to hear that. Was you worried about Jesus when you were stealing my identity? Was you worried about Jesus then? That would have been my question. Don't try to get me Jesus talk because you did me wrong. Was you worried about Jesus looking down on you then? Mom, was you worried about Jesus? Don't do that. I tell you what, these parents love to gas like their kids, man. I tell you, it's wild. It's really wild. I'm flabbergasted. My mouth wide open. I'm wide open because I just don't understand it. But yeah, I would be. He needs to go file his police report, and then he needs to go to idenititheft.gov and hit the get started so that he could get started on getting those things removed because he is a victim of identity theft. That's where we're at. Not the gaslighting or the you need to be more careful with your social security number and what the baby right here said with the Jesus shame. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that because you don't care. This baby right here trying to get his education. You got this baby right here from the Reddit post that's trying to buy a home. It's not fair. It's not right. And you don't have the right to gaslight them. You don't have the right to make them feel bad because they're trying to do what is right for their life. Because you messed up your life, you messed up your credit, you messed up whatever accounts you had. Now you think it's okay to do it in my name. And then the bad thing is you don't even pay the bill. At least pay the bill. Right to do it at all, but at least pay the bill. You ain't even responsible using somebody else's credit. Better get your own. Man, you got me about ready to cook. Good grief. What the baby said, I felt so isolated living in an area where none of my peers could relate because their parents wouldn't even think about something like that. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. I am. I am. I'm very sorry. It breaks my heart for you. And I'm not just saying it. I'm dead serious. It breaks my heart because I couldn't imagine. My son is 23 years old. He's about to start working on his doctorate degree. He had to get his own apartment a couple years ago. And I helped him get his first apartment by adding him as an authorized user so that he wouldn't have to pay a deposit because he didn't have any credit. So I had him as an authorized user just so he didn't have to pay a deposit on his apartment and on his utilities. I helped him. Not he found out he got some stuff in his name. No, he found out his credit was froze. That's what he found out when he went to go apply, and they told him his credit was froze. He called me. I was like, "Mom, I told him I can't do it because my credit froze." And I told him, I said, "Yeah, I got your credit froze, baby. Let me unfreeze it. I'll unfreeze it for a day so that you can get an apartment." Just so nobody could do nothing in his name. And so that he couldn't run up credit before he understood what it was, because they always trying to send you some stuff as soon as you get young. They're trying to send you credit card pre-approvals and offers and all this stuff, trying to get you in debt before you even 21. And I wasn't gonna have that either, right? So that's how he found out. But he found out his credit was frozen, not that his credit was ran up and he had stuff in his name. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine doing my baby like that. That's crazy to me. So y'all, if y'all just coming in, y'all let me know what y'all think about this post. This dad ran up credit card debt in his son's name, and his son has now tried to get a pre-approval for a mortgage to find out that he has collection accounts, bad credit card collection accounts on his credit report, and they told him that he will not be able to get a mortgage with anybody until he get these things cleared up. His dad has basically gaslighted him, told him that he need to be more careful out here in these financial streets, told him that he need to be more careful about his social security number. His dad told him that he can wait it out 4.5 years because $15,000 ain't a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. And his son is trying to figure out whether or not if he should go file his police report or should he let his dad pay the debts off. So what is y'all's opinion on this? Anybody else new in that done came into the chat? Should he allow his dad time to pay these things off, or should he let his dad fry and let him go to jail for identity theft? I already said he need to go to jail. He need to, even if he don't do no time, he needs to have this on his record. He need to have it on his record, because he does not get the right. Just because you are child's father, that don't give you the right to do things like that in your child's name just because you know his social security number or you know her social security number. That don't give you the right to do it just because you have all the information. That doesn't give you that right just because you're the parent. You're supposed to be the example. You're supposed to be the example of how the child's supposed to do the right way of their finances. You showing them that it's okay to jack up your stuff, and then you can jack up your kids' stuff. So if this baby have a baby, you showing him that it's okay to do that because I did it to my father did it to me, so now I'm gonna do it to you. That's the generational curses they be talking about too. That's that stuff. That's that stuff right there. That we got to stop it. We got to stop that mess. It's ridiculous. That was the baby said. He said, and before I became aware of any of these things, how about her and my father felt that they were entitled to some of my student loan money? Baby, I don't like talking about people's vote because that's not what I do. But your people is a piece of work. Your people is a piece of work. I'm sorry. Lord, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pray for you because good night. Piece of work. I agree. He said, well, that needs to get ready not to drop the soap. But that's how I feel too. And I hope they throw the book at him. I hope I go back and see whatever happened with this post on Reddit. But I hope that he filed a report. I hope his dad didn't manipulate him into not filing the report, because his dad sounds like he can be very manipulative. That's what it sounds like. Talking about ruining his life. You know, it's all about you. You the victim. Okay, just like this baby right here got gaslighted with his people. You the victim. Now I want Jesus shame you. So now that's the victim. Your parents the victim, not you. Not you that's trying to get an education. Not this baby that's trying to get a home loan. Y'all are just whatever. What they call it, y'all collateral damage. But they supposed to be the victim after what they done. But you supposed to have mercy and not file a police report. Because if not, then they're gonna try, like this baby talking about Jesus shaming, right? And telling this baby to be more careful with his social security number. Be more careful with my social security number, Dad, when you knew my social security number before I knew my social security number. See, that's the gaslighting. That's the gaslighting. Man, soon as I found out that it was the cards was in, that my dad got those cards in my name, I promise you, y'all say whatever y'all want to say about Starr. Look, I promise you, the police report would have been filed, if not the same day, the very next day. And let the chips fall where they may at that point. If you don't want to speak to me no more, that's fine. I don't care. That'll be fine. You'll get over it. Just like you wanted me to get over you ruining my credit, you'll get over this because you did something illegal. Okay? And we got to stop excusing bad behavior. One thing I learned, y'all, and y'all let me know, whoever on this chat, y'all let me know. Do we or do we not teach people how to treat us? Do we or do we not teach people how to treat us? Even in our family, we teach people how to treat us. So we allow bad behavior. When you were a kid, your parent wouldn't let bad behavior slip. So why do we allow bad behavior to slip just because the shoe is on the other foot? I guarantee you that if this baby did it to his dad, I guarantee you if this young man or young lady, I don't know if it's a man or a girl or a guy, but I guarantee you if this baby took and ran up credit card debt in his father's name, I guarantee you the daddy would have took his butt to jail. He probably would have drove him there. Well, you got to learn a lesson. You got to learn a lesson, son. You got to learn a lesson. I guarantee you the daddy would have took him to the police house and dropped him off at the precinct. I promise you, he probably would have took him there and said, he stole my identity. But then you want him to give you grace and mercy. So we teach people how to treat us, no matter who it is. Family don't get a pass with me for bad behavior. I'm sorry. Family don't get a pass. Not with me. What you say? He said, some don't start just to keep the peace in the family. You almost make me cuss. They can take that piece and shove it up their butt. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. They can take that piece, shove it up their butt, because what about my feelings? What about me? I'm the one that's being done wrong here. What about me? You don't care about me. That's just okay. You say what you want to say about Starr. You don't care about me. Look, love is an action verb. You can show me all day, but your action is gonna always speak louder. So you can't tell me to keep the peace in the family. Nah, 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 nah. You ain't showing me that you got love for me. You ain't showing me that you got love for me. You don't want me to win. You want me to win? You done ran a credit card debt in my name. How you want me to win? As your child, how you want me to win? I just want to know. I ain't trying to be funny. I just want to know. How you want me to win, though? How you want me to win? Talk about keep the peace. Help the peace. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that might be a little harsh. That might be a little harsh. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all over here on this channel. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Because it's not fair. It's not fair. And you teach people how to treat you. Family, friends, romantic relationships, all that. If you let bad behavior slide, they're gonna keep doing it because you're teaching them that it's okay. You can't let bad behavior slide, not even one time. You got to let them know it's not okay. It's not okay. And when you're talking about stealing my identity, that's going to prevent me from getting a home. This baby ain't got 4.5 years wait on this stuff to fall off or wait on him to pay these credit cards back. Why you didn't pay the credit card bills when they was coming in the first place? Now you want me to give you some grace period. No, we're not doing it. We're not doing that. We're not. It's a lot of stuff we doing, but that ain't one of them. You going to jail, bro. You going to jail, bro. That's where you going. My mama left you because you went good with money. Now you go over here and my stuff. You going to jail, bro. What the baby said. I would go broke with my little minimum wage jobs to keep gas in my car. Only found out I had a delinquent Shell card. So they got JC Penney in your name, Sears in your name, and a Shell card in your name. Oh my God. Oh my God. When I pulled up this post to share on this live today, I had no idea that I was gonna have somebody to actually come on this live that has experienced this and experiencing this firsthand. And baby, Ty, my heart goes out to you, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for you. I really am. I mean, it hurts my heart, and I'm making, you know, I've never gone through it myself, and I damn sure wouldn't put my baby through it, my son. But I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you having to go through that right now with your own folks. And all I can say is just shame on them. Shame on them. Shame on them for gaslighting you. Shame on them for making you feel bad for their bad behavior. Shame on them that you're having to struggle to be somebody. All you want to do is go to school and find out what you found out just so you can have an education. It's not cool. It's not cool. And to me, it's not excusable. It's not. Because how we supposed to set our kids up to have a better life than we may have had growing up. That's how I look at it. Everything that I've done for my son was that he didn't make the mistakes that I made with my credit, with my future. That's why he's in college. I didn't go to a 4-year college. I went to a tech college. But I wanted him to have more and do better. I wanted him to do better so he wouldn't have to struggle and go through the things that I went through, when I was his age. I actually had him at 23. He's 23 now. And I was young and so inexperienced with finances, and I didn't have a role model. But thank God my mother and my grandmother and my aunts didn't put nothing in my name, but I didn't have a role model when it came to money because they didn't know they had the education they had. But that don't mean that you do things that does not help your children. We have to be better parents. It's 2024. Come on, y'all. We got to do better about that. It's so much in the streets, with scammers and fraudsters and all that type of stuff now. And if you can't trust the people that brought you into the world, I just don't know. And I know everybody don't have a relationship with their parents like that. I understand. But I've never even met my father. And my father came to me right now. I'm like, I'm your dad. I'm like, okay, nice to meet you. I've never met my dad. Never once in my life. I've never laid eyes on the guy. Ever. And I'm supposed to have like 7 or 8 other brothers and sisters out here in this world right now. And when I tell you that I'd rather not have a dad than to have a dad like the one that is from this Reddit post, and like what this young man right here is saying, Ty, on this actual live right now. What did he say? He says, I am a father now and I have forgave it and got past it, but I just know in my heart I could never pay my child. I could never play my child and shoot his ankles off at 18 before he even starts the race. Right. Right. And that's what I was saying. When, as a parent like myself, I want everything that I did not have for my son to have. That I felt like I said, the financial knowledge. I teach him financial knowledge because I didn't learn it. I had to fall. I had to mess it up before I realized what it was. So I teach him early on. Everything that I didn't know, I try to teach him early on now so he don't make the same mistakes. Come to education, I try to tell him, go ahead, do the best you can, go as far as you want to go with your education, and I got your back. It's those type of things, you know what I'm saying? It's not to, it's about trying to make it easier for him and not harder. He's gonna have his own life challenges. He don't need me to add to those challenges, right? He don't need me to add to life, because life is gonna life, right? Life is gonna life. I can't prevent everything and all the pitfalls of life, because life is gonna life. All I can do is try to help set it up for him, where when life does hit, it's not as hard as it might have hit me when I was raising him, or when I was as young as him and didn't have the sense, didn't have the financial sense, right? He said, I paused the video and placed a freeze on all 3 credit bureaus. Thank you so much, Chris. Please pause the video. Please pause the video, because you got to freeze your credit reports. You can't trust your credit to be just open anyway, because of identity theft. Just random people out here in these streets that's working overtime, trying to scam, trying to steal your identity, trying to hack into large corporations like AT&T had a breach not too long ago, T-Mobile, all these different places that people have their personal sensitive information already out here in these internet streets, right? And so you got to keep your credit froze just because of that. But now you definitely got to keep your credit froze, because you don't know who in your house that might try to run up some credit in your name that's supposed to be your parents, right? That's supposed to be your parents that knew your social security number before you did. And now they out here in these streets running up their kids' credit, and then gaslighting them about it when the kid want to take them to court, or want to file a police report on them, and they want them to feel shame about it, or tell them, "Oh, you ain't got to worry about that. You young, you got time for it to fall off your credit. Don't be worried about it. You got time." But say the credit cards that he got in his name, say if he did let time and it fall off his credit, and say the dad don't pay him back and he don't file a police report. Let's just do this scenario, right? It was last year, so we know it takes like 7 years for a bad debt to fall off. He ain't worried about the credit card companies suing his son. He's not worried about that. He's not worried about his son getting sued by the credit card companies. Okay? He's just thinking about this debt being on his credit. He's not thinking about all the repercussions that gonna come, that the credit card company, they can sue his son. What about if his son ever wanted to get a credit card with those companies in the future? Well, they're going to automatically deny him, because he has a old bad debt with them, even though he never used the card, never benefited from the card, right? So it's a lot deeper. And then because he owed these credit cards, he didn't say what credit card companies. He's not gonna be able to get credit with no other credit card company if he wanted to. Like I said, car loan, personal loan, whatever. He can't get a home. He can't do nothing. And they pull your credit for everything now. You get your credit pulled for insurance, your car insurance, your home insurance, any type of insurance, right? They pulling your credit to see what kind of rate they're going to give you. They pull your credit when you try to get a job now, especially if you try to work in certain sectors like the finance sector and different type of sectors. They pull your credit for employment now, right? They pull your credit for tenant screening for an apartment. So I don't know where this baby live. He never said where he lived at. All it says that he's trying to get a mortgage. So maybe he lives with his mom, or do he live with his dad? I don't know. But either way, he's trying to get a place to live. So he can't get a pre-approval for a mortgage right now. If they're going to tenant screen him for an apartment, could that keep him from getting an apartment? Would he have to pay a high deposit? First and last month rent, all those type of things, deposits on utilities and everything. It's a whole lot of variables. It's a whole lot of things that's going on. His dad don't understand the repercussions of his actions. He don't understand the trickle effect. If this baby ain't never had utilities, they're gonna pull his credit for his utilities. His dad don't understand the trickle effect. All his dad gonna say is be more careful. Be careful with your social security number. You can wait it out a few years. You're still young. See, it's that. It's that BS. Did I pull this up? It says, Ty, he said, keep your head up. This is definitely wrong, but listen, Starr, and get help to fix this, man. Yeah. I mean, never tell anybody to do anything against their parents. I would never do that. But at the same time, what they done to this baby in from this post is wrong. Somebody has to answer for that. I'm sorry. It's not right. And it is not fair for someone to tell you that you're wrong. You're the victim here. They're the victim. You're the victim. If your dad stole your identity, if your mom stole your identity, you're the victim because now you can't afford to do things you need to do. You can't afford to do things you need to do. Your education, your job prospects. You can't afford to do the things you need to do because of what they did, because of their actions. How is that fair? Somebody in the chat tell me, how is that fair? I don't understand it. How is that fair? How is it not? How is it these babies' responsibility to keep their parents out of jail or to keep that from being on their parents' criminal record? Why is it their responsibility? Somebody tell me if they wouldn't do it. That's what I want to know. I know a lot of people in the chat said that they would do it, that they would file a police report, but who has an opinion that says opposite? That wouldn't do it? That would give the parents a second chance and not file a report to keep the peace, and and to not ruffle the feathers. Ain't nobody commented on that one. Maybe nobody on this chat. Everybody on the same page that the police reports need to be filed. Everybody on the same page the police reports need to be filed. And that identitytheft.gov. And get this recovery plan. Get this recovery plan. Because it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm sorry. Y'all let me know in the chat. What is y'all thoughts and feels on this one before we get off the live? What is your thoughts and feels? Any new comments on this? Like I said, me doing this live, when I saw this and read it, it hurt my heart. But like I said, I had no idea that I was gonna actually have a young person to come on here and has experienced it, is experiencing it. So I did not know. You never know when you do these lives and you bring in up information. So again, my heart is going out to you, baby. Ty, I hate it. I really do. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Shame on your parents. Shame on the parents on this dude in the Reddit post too. Shame on them, because I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine it. My son right now is 23 years old in college, trying to work hard about to go into his doctorate program, trying to finish up his master's right now, and he got enough on his plate than to be worried about if his mama is out here running up his credit and trying to get stuff in his name that's gonna keep him from being a full adult when he's ready to buy a home or whatever it is that he want to do. That should be the least of his worry. That should be the least of his worry. Is if his mama out here running up stuff in his name. That should be the least of his worry. You should not have to worry about that. Your parents supposed to be teaching you right from wrong, making sure that they set you up the right way. Even if your parents had bad credit, they should be trying to teach you how to have good credit. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this with your credit. Because I did these things and these things is not what you're supposed to do. Do the opposite of what I did. I don't want you to do that. That's the kind of conversations I was having with my son. Those kind of conversations I was having with him because I didn't want him to ruin his credit. I know kids now that are 23 years old that's in $20,000 and $30,000 worth of credit card debt because their parents didn't teach them about credit cards. So as soon as they got them pre-approvals when they was in school or whatever, they already in credit card debt. And they in college. They don't know what to do with all that credit card debt. So they talking to me. They talking to me to get on a plane so they can get out of credit card debt. And I could imagine being that young with that amount of debt and trying to be in school. So instead of their parents teaching them the right way to do with their credit, oh, you 18 now, you grown. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's not how I operate. My baby need me right now. I'm in my car. He lived 2 hours away from me. I'm in my car. I'm on my way. If he needs something, whatever he need, I got you. That's how I operate. I got you. I want to make sure, like I said, life is gonna life. There's gonna be a lot of things in his life that I can't prevent. Because life is gonna life, regardless. There's a lot of things I can't prevent. As much as a parent and a protector and a provider I am, it's a lot of things in life that I'm not going to be able to protect him from. But there's a lot of stuff in his life that I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure that I support him in every way that I can to try to make his life easier than what my life was. That's my job as a parent. And if I couldn't uphold that as a parent, then I didn't have no business becoming a parent. And that's just how I feel about it. And I don't know if y'all hear it in my voice. I'm choking up right now because it hurts me. It hurts me a lot, especially with this young man that's actually on the live. You know, me reading his post is one thing, but when I actually got a young man that's on the live that is experiencing this hurts. This hurts. And it's not fair. It's not fair. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this live because I'm a crybaby. I'm gonna go ahead and get off this live, and I'm gonna be praying for you, young man Ty. I really am, and I hope that you are able to get your situation turned around and you're able to get on the right track. I really am, y'all. All my Starr Knows Credit family, Starr Card family, y'all please lift this brother up in your prayers and hope that everything turns around for him financially because of the bad decisions that his parents made. I really and truly, my heart goes out to you. So yeah, I'm gonna get off this live. Y'all continue to chat it up on the comments of this video, and I'll respond to any comments. Thank y'all again for tuning in. And again, I'm gonna be praying for you, brother Ty. I really am. Y'all be safe out there. Enjoy y'all's weekend. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.